Extreme machine.
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with the news today, your primetime destination news, newsmakers, talking points. Parliament is 100% washed out session. Crores of rupees have gone as the session ends after non-stop chaos. Remember, every hour lost costs the country's exchequer 1.5 crores. We'll have more on that in a moment, but first, the 9 headlines at 9. Parliament's budget session a complete washout. Centre blames the opposition for a logjam. Opposition MPs take out a Tiranga march, say the centre has refused to discuss the crucial Adani issue. Prime Minister Modi hits out at the opposition's dharna politics against central agencies' actions, says some parties are staging a drama over social justice. Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar makes his chief ministerial ambitions clear in an exclusive interview to India today. D.K. says having an ambition is nothing wrong, declares that Congress will win 141 seats in the upcoming elections. Congress veteran A.K. Antony's son Anil joins the BJP, says he wants to contribute to Prime Minister Modi's vision for India. The former defence minister says he's hurt by his son's move. Big revelations in Kerala train attack. Investigation reveals accused Shahrukh Saifi was radicalized via a YouTube channel. Indoctrinated Shahrukh changed lifestyle in 2022. Home Ministry recommends a CBI probe into Oxfam's India funds. The NGO is accused of FCRA violations, 1.5 crore foreign funds under scanner. Politics erupts after a video of a Padma awardee artist praising Prime Minister Modi goes viral. Congress says Kadri was tutored by the BJP with an eye on the Karnataka elections. IMF chief says world economic growth likely to slow down in 2023, risking higher poverty and hunger rates globally. And protesters in Paris set Emmanuel Macron's favorite restaurant on fire during nationwide protests against the pension bill that was pushed through despite widespread opposition.
14 days of non-stop disruptions. 88 hours of Lok Sabha session wasted. 99 hours of Rajya Sabha session down the drain. 281 crore rupees of taxpayers' money wasted. Parliament washed out.
That's right. Think about it. What would happen if you and I didn't go to work for, 6 weeks? We probably wouldn't get paid, but that's not true of our MPs. There's been a complete washout of this second part of the budget session of Parliament. Non-stop disruptions for more than 4 weeks, amounting to a stunning 281 crore rupees of voters' money officially that's down the drain, or taxpayers' money. Amidst the chaos, the opposition launching another march in the national capital, questioning the failure of the Modi government to even debate the Adani issue. The Modi government in turn saying the opposition is only interested in dharna politics. At the end of the day, you and I are the losers if we don't get our MPs to debate on the real issues of our times. It's our top story tonight.
कवन सो काज कठिन जग माही जो नहीं होई तात तुम्ही पाही तुम्हें पाई, यानी ऐसा कोई भी काम नहीं है जो पवन पुत्र हनुमान कर नहीं सकते.
PM Narendra Modi has set his eyes on 2024. On BJP's Foundation Day, PM Modi sounded the poll bugle for his party, setting the tone for Karyakartas for the big political battle.
भाइयों और बहनों, भाजपा वो पार्टी है जिसके लिए राष्ट्र सदैव सर्वोपरि रहा है.
He was also unsparing in his political attack. firing one salvo after another at the Congress and the opposition's attempted show of unity.
कांग्रेस और उनके जैसी पार्टियों का कल्चर, उन पार्टियों की पहचान क्या है? इन लोगों की बादशाही मानसिकता ने देश की जनता को हमेशा अपना गुलाम माना.
The Prime Minister's politically charged attacks on a day that the opposition came together for a Tiranga march.
They stepped out of the parliament. This is united force of the opposition parties, and these MPs are holding the national flag Tiranga in their hands.
Parliament was adjourned sine die today after 2 weeks of non-stop disruptions and dangle in both houses and bills being passed with zero discussion. The Congress led a 200-meter march from Parliament to Vijay Chowk, holding flags, accusing the government of not allowing the House to function. And yes, they attempted another big show of unity with this photo op of party leaders standing together.
कभी आपने सुना कि सरकार के लोग ही उठ के माफी मांगो बोल के गड़बड़ करके सदन खत्म कर देते हैं? तो वो खुद ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को नहीं मानते, डेमोक्रेसी को नहीं मानते, लोकतंत्र को नहीं मानते.
We've had a situation where 45 lakh crores of taxpayers' money has been approved on the finance bill without a single minute's discussion. This is not the way parliamentary democracy is supposed to function. Let's protect and safeguard our democracy. The future of our country depends on it.
The BJP meanwhile hit back at the opposition, calling Rahul Gandhi a repeat offender.
He is now becoming a repeat offender in terms of putting baseless allegation against the Prime Minister.
The opposition united when convenient versus Narendra Modi. These images sum up what the 2024 battle is all about. Bureau Report, India Today.
Our top focus tonight: who is responsible for this parliament washout? Are our MPs betraying the voters of this country? Has parliament become totally redundant, as some are now suggesting? I'm joined by PDT Achari, the former Lok Sabha Secretary General, Aparajita Sarangi is BJP MP, Shama Mohammed is Congress spokesperson, Sushmita Dev is TMC MP. Before I come to my guests, I just want to put some figures before you. 14 days at least non-stop disruptions, 88 hours of the Lok Sabha session wasted, 99 hours of the Rajya Sabha session wasted, 281 crore taxpayers' money gone down the drain, 4.5 hours Lok Sabha question hour not used, and equally a large amount of Rajya Sabha's question hour simply not used. Basically, Parliament did not function for virtually an entire month. What does that suggest? Who is responsible for the health and the state of Parliament? I'm going to go to each of my panelists in a moment, but I want to come to you, PDT Achari, first before I come to the politician, because you've seen Parliament over the years. Is this the lowest point in your view of Parliament, where even Treasury bench MPs did not want Parliament to function? Forget about opposition. Even government ministers were standing up and calling for an apology from Rahul Gandhi, even as the opposition was putting up placards and even throwing papers at the Speaker's chair. Have you seen a lower point?
Well, I have seen kind of ruckus in Parliament many times, and many times the sessions were washed out. This has been actually happening for quite some time. But actually, I have to make 2 points in this context. One is that basically it is the responsibility of the government to see that the House runs smoothly, and therefore to create favorable conditions for the House to run smoothly. Basically, that is their responsibility, because it is actually government, it's government business which gets primacy, and government business needs to be transacted.
Your second
and
point,
that is
sir?
the principal purpose
I take your first point, that the responsibility is with the government. Your second point, sir?
My second point is that this is not, actually it baffles me. This is not such a serious problem. The leader of the House can call a meeting of the leaders of all the political parties, sit across the table and discuss the matter. After all, what exactly is the reason for this? The reason is that there is no debate. Parliament is meant for debate and discussion, and all issues can be discussed in Parliament. All issues concerning the people, concerning the nation. And therefore, Parliament should be able to discuss all that, and the kind of meeting which can be called by the Prime Minister, the Leader of the House, with the leaders of the opposition, can smoothen the whole process.
Okay, so you're making two important points.
In which we can find
Sure, you're making two important points. One, responsibility of the government, responsibility of the Leader of the House. Aparajita Sarangi, you're listening to that. But as I said, we've seen an unusual Parliament session where government ministers were getting up during question hour. It started with Rajnath Singh on day one and continued since, where even Treasury bench MPs were disrupting Parliament. How then do you expect Parliament to function? Not once did either the Lok Sabha Speaker really seriously try to break the logjam, nor did the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha seriously try to break the logjam.
A very good evening.
Good evening.
Very emphatically, I would like to say that I beg to differ with Mr. Achari. All my respects for him. But I would like to mention here that it's the combined responsibility of the ruling dispensation and the opposition to run the Parliament. And to say that the ruling dispensation did not want to run the Parliament is far from the truth. Had it been so, we would not have actually gone up to April 6. April 6 was the date when Parliament was adjourned, both the Houses of Parliament. We would have adjourned it earlier.
But that is Aupcharikta. Ma'am, with due regard. Ma'am, with due regard. Ma'am, what is the point of April 6th if every day the same thing happens? Just saying that we kept the Parliament going till April 6th is just a formality. Where was the serious effort made by the government to break the logjam? Did the Prime Minister call an all-party meeting? Did the Lok Sabha Speaker call an all-party meeting? It didn't happen.
Let me tell you, on 31st of January, this Parliament session, the budget session commenced.
Yes.
And immediately thereafter, there were Business Advisory Committee meetings, number one. And number two, a couple of times, the opposition parties had been invited by the Lok Sabha Speaker to actually, run with the Parliament issues. But it never happened because, the fact remains that the nation's dignity cannot be compromised with. As far as Bharatiya Janata Party and its allies are concerned, we were very clear about the kind of stand that we were taking, very candid, very clear. See, Rahul Gandhi going outside the country and saying things against the country system cannot be accepted. During Bharat Jodo Yatra, 4,000 kilometers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, he was well within his right to speak against the government, but I don't think he should have done this on the foreign land.
No, but was that an issue to debate? No, ma'am, I take your anger against, if you are angry against, no, was that a reason, ma'am, to disrupt an entire session, or was the real reason you did not want the Adani issue? Ma'am, just a minute. Was the real reason Rahul Gandhi to bahana tha, asli kahani Adani thi? You didn't want Adani to be discussed.
Please allow me to complete. I'm coming to that. See, as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, he wanted to speak. He gave notices to the speaker. I fully endorse. But that was for offering an explanation. We wanted an apology, right? And as far as Adani issue is concerned, now let me tell you that this particular issue is in the Supreme Court. Matter is sub judice. And when the matter is sub judice, why should it be carried to the Lok Sabha? And these SEBI
there is no such rule, ma'am. With due regard, there is no such rule. There is no such rule that prevents Parliament is superior to the Supreme Court. There is nothing to stop Parliament from debating the Adani issue, even if the matter is in the Supreme Court.
See, the expert committee has been constituted with 6 eminent citizens, right? Yes. Supreme Court has actually decided on that particular committee. So I think we all need to wait for the recommendations of the committee. So there was no need for this. And let me tell you, before actually you ask others to come in, let me tell you that as far as Congress is concerned on the Adani matter, they should not forget the fact that Vijayangam Airport in Kerala without tender has been offered by the Kerala state government to Adani and the company. And of course, the solar power plant in Rajasthan has been given to Adani and the company by the Rajasthan government. So I think they need to look within. And it's always better to kind of have all these business people in the development process. In 2008, I still remember those photographs. In 2008, Anil Ambani had gone with Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister, a couple of times abroad. And they have been seeing so many times in the aircraft together. What's the big deal about it? It's okay. We never raised a ruckus about it. It's absolutely fine.
Okay.
So I think
I've given you time to explain. Shama Mohammed, respond. Because the BJP says it all started with what Rahul Gandhi said abroad. Because they expected an apology. In the absence of an apology, they felt Parliament could not continue.
Now, Rajdeep, you are a learned anchor come journalist. Did you see her arrogance? Did you listen to it? We want an apology. Who is she or who is the BJP? Here is an issue where the person involved, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, clearly says that, you know what, I'm going to give an explanation. All right, that's how parliamentary democracy works. Nobody can tell me or you or anybody, we want an apology. I'm sorry, that doesn't work. So this is a parliamentary, he has the, he comes down. He's such a humble person saying that, you know what, Speaker, please, let me give an explanation since you're putting such strong allegations against me. 4 ministers putting an allegation. He was ready to give an explanation. Now look at this, Rajdeep. What was the, in 2014, what was the slogan? Na khaunga, na khane dunga. Remember that, never forget that. Now here is a huge allegation against the Adanis. All right, there's huge issues involved. There is stock manipulation, accounting fraud. There is the foreign minister of Sri Lanka saying, you know what, this is a government-to-government deal. There is a finance ministry, the economic affairs department of the finance ministry, which objected to giving the 6 airports. That is not the Congress party. The finance ministry of the present government objected to give the 6 airports. Niti Aayog objected to it, but then they get the permission. So when you have so many, and then the Godar power plant in Jharkhand, which the Ministry of Commerce said no in 2018, but in 2019 it goes ahead because on an SEZ zone, you can't have a standalone power plant. You see, so there are so many such, and also, of course, Mr. Modi sitting with the chairperson of the SBI in Australia, giving a loan of 1 billion to the Adani. So
the BJP says all of this can be put before a 6-member committee of the Supreme Court. The BJP says you have any facts on the Adani case, please provide them to a committee.
That's what I'm coming to it, Rajdeep. The committee is an academic committee. What is that committee? The committee is supposed to look into SEBI, all right, the regulatory body. The committee cannot call anybody. It's not a criminal investigation, cannot be done by this committee. It cannot summon any members of parliament, any ministers or Mr. Adani or anybody. It cannot look into data. You know it, I know it. So if we need a criminal investigation where everybody can be summoned, it is only a JPC, and the Prime Minister of India is involved in this. I just want to ask one thing. If you have nothing to hide, do a JPC. Look at the Congress party during the UPA's 2010 session was washed out because they wanted a JPC in 2G. We gave them a JPC. Coal allegations, we were ready for an investigation. Augusta Westland, in fact, Mr. A.K. Antony is the one
they don't want to make your
mistakes.
Ms. Shama Mohammed, they don't want to make the mistakes the Congress made. Sorry. They believe the Congress ended up embarrassing itself by having all these inquiries. They are saying no inquiry.
No. It is the opposition's right to ask, and if they have nothing else to hide, let them have a JPC because the Supreme Court monitored Purvis and academic. Okay. So why are they not even allowing us to discuss it in Parliament? Let me say, one other thing is this is not even allowed. The word Adani, remember, is expunged when Rahul Gandhi ji took it up. When Kharge ji took it up, it was expunged. So my question today is, why are you scared of Adani, Aparajita Pandey? If you have a spine,
you made your point, ma'am. You're saying you made your point, ma'am.
Order a JPC today.
Okay, you made your point. Where do you stand on all this, Sushmita Dev? You've been perhaps on the panel, certainly the most experienced parliamentarian. What happened? As public, we are seeing every session, including question hour, not happening. Perceptionally wise, there'll be people out there who will say, look, yes, the government's job to run parliament, but what about the opposition? Tali do haath se bachti hai. Opposition from day one also wanted the focus squarely on Adani and no other issue.
Rajdeep, Parliament reflects the mood of the nations and the issues that are currently in the public domain. And I'm pained to say that what is scrolling on your television, which says 100% washout of the Parliament, you need to add 3 more letters that by the BJP. What is appalling is government ministers, the treasury benches, which is unheard of. Unheard of. These are the darkest days in the history of parliamentary democracy, where you see ministers and MPs of the treasury bench stalling parliament.
Well,
On a
one dark
privileged
day,
reason-
ma'am, I'll
One
just
second.
remind Sushmita ji, I'll just remind you of one dark day also when you were in power, and remember there was the statehood issue of Andhra Pradesh and the formation of Telangana where the lights were switched off inside parliament. That also was a rather dark day, if you'll remember, and the government was actively involved
No,
in that.
Rajdeep, I just want to say one thing. That, first of all, it was not my party in power. I'm in the Trinamool Congress.
I know, your
But
original party.
Yeah, so what I want to say is, please understand, what I need your viewers to understand is, in the parliament, it has never been seen that the treasury benches, ministers of the government are standing and not allowing the parliament to function. And to top it all, if 50 lakh crore budget, a finance bill is passed in 12 minutes without a debate. You're saying 251 crores have been wasted. You're saying that democracy is become redundant. Parliament is redundant. Who's responsible this time? It's the BJP. That's what's blasphemous about this session. It is unheard of. And this is for one single reason, Adani. And let me tell you, let me add to what Shama said, that the Supreme Court expert committee cannot call into question the nexus between the Prime Minister and Adani. That only the Parliament can ensure accountability on behalf of the Prime Minister. That Prime Minister must bow to the legislative design that this democracy has designed for accountability, which is the Parliament.
Okay.
What have they got to hide?
The one worry also I have, Aparajita Sarangi, I'll then come to you, PDT, because the one worry is the budget of this country was passed without discussion. The grants worth 45 lakh crores. Imagine anyone passing these large amounts of money that affect you and me without even a basic discussion. How can you just pass the budget? And this is the second time this has happened under the NDA rule, where budgets are now being passed without discussion. You might as well close down Parliament then, if you can't even pass the budget with a proper discussion and debate on grants.
Let me tell you, I was in the Lok Sabha when the finance bill was presented by Honorable Finance Minister. And thereafter, definitely the ruling dispensation wanted a debate. There were speakers from our side who were ready for the debate, and we expected the speakers from other side also to speak. But then there was a ruckus created by them. We wanted debate on the finance bill. We wanted their suggestions. We wanted their ideas on the finance bill. They could have recommended certain things. But did they really want to talk about the finance bill? They wanted to talk about the Adani issue only, and the JPC issue only, for which the deliberation was on in the Supreme Court. So I think you have to ask the opposition. And you know what? Here is an opposition, especially the Congress, who says that Prime Minister Modi's government is against democracy. Let me complete. You know, they have been harping on one thing. Prime Minister Modi's government is actually hurting the democracy in the country. I mean, when, you know, the Congress says this is laughable, because it is the Congress which actually invoked Article 356 93 times to topple the state governments. I mean, they don't have the authority and the moral courage to speak about democracy. At least the opposition, the Congress should not talk about democracy.
Okay, those are very strong words. But PDT Acharya, amidst all this, is the role of the... 1 minute, ma'am. Is the role of the presiding officers, the speaker, the chairman. They don't seem to also be willing to reach out and ensure that the opposition and the government start talking to each other. How long is this going to continue? Where even the speaker's role and the role of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, the presiding officers, is now under scrutiny. Are they simply acting as government agents?
See, let us be realistic. Speaker and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha may not be able to find a solution to this. Ultimately, the solution lies with the leader of the House and the government. It is they who have to reach out to the opposition. And of course, when I talked about the responsibility of the government, I meant the principal responsibility. That does not mean that the opposition has no responsibility at all to see that the House runs smoothly. But there has to be a meeting of minds between these two sections. And it is not such a serious problem. In fact, if they can come together, sit together and discuss it and thrash it out, then there is no, you will find that there is no problem at all.
Yeah, but there was,
After
the worry,
they are
sir,
all members of parliament, elected by the people.
Sir, I take your point, but the point is it's not happening. The worry is it's not happening. The worry is that government and opposition are just not even speaking to each other, and that really, Shama Mohammed, is the issue. I mean, when it almost seems that the opposition has decided hum Modi ji ke saath baat nahi karenge. Unless Mr. Modi first replies on Adani, we will not even speak to him. If the Prime Minister calls an all-party meeting on Parliament next time, will the opposition go?
Rajdeep, let me ask you something. Even when the Chinese intrusion happened and 20 of our soldiers were martyred, in 2020, there was a meeting, all party. After that, there was no briefing on the Chinese issue. Last session of Parliament, we were asking questions. We wanted answers. They didn't want to discuss that. They don't want to discuss price rise. They don't want to discuss unemployment. They do not want to discuss anything in Parliament. And like Sushmita said, and Mr. Achari said, it is the duty of the Parliamentary Affairs Minister and the Bharatiya Janata Party to run the Parliament. It is not our duty. When we were in power, we did it. And today we also come to know there is a man called Mr. Morris. He runs a company called PFI, he's a director in the Adani's company. He's closely associated with Vinod Adani. So there is also a Chinese, and they are involved in making ports and various other things. So there is a national security issue out here. And Vinod Adani, the brother of Mr. Gautam Adani, in January they said he has nothing to do with our companies. 1 week back they say that, he has some role in Adani entities, managerial role. So दाल में कुछ काला है, इसीलिए हम पूछ रहे हैं कि आप कुछ करो.
दाल में कुछ
That is all what we are asking.
दाल में कुछ काला है.
You're saying impartial, nispaksh janch.
Okay.
Sushmita
Sen.
He says he's got a chappan in Chanti. Why is he not? The Chinese angle is also there today.
Okay.
Why are they refusing? We want a JPC on Adani and let them do it. They used to accuse us, Rajdeep. Remember, even our ministers used to step down for an impartial investigation. Where is that impartial? So many accusations, demonetization.
I have run completely out of time. I have run completely out of time, but I will give Sushmita Sen 30 seconds to say, Sushmita Sen, Sushmita Dev. Why did I call you Sushmita Sen? Sorry, Sushmita Dev. I'm getting old. I want to ask you a very simple question, 30 seconds. Do you sometimes feel Parliament has lost all use? There's no point sitting in Parliament being an MP. Honest answer.
No, I'm giving you an honest answer. I have never seen this kind of dismal situation in Parliament where the opposition is given absolutely no opportunity. So we end up protesting. But what happened this time is worse. That the government wanted to avoid the Adani debate and entirely washed out this Parliament session. It is appalling because the government has a greater responsibility.
Let me leave it there. You made that point. You made it strongly. And I hope that someone is listening. Because remember, it's your and my money. There's a lot of money here which is being wasted. It's all very well to have a new Parliament building. What we need is a new Parliament ethos where politicians learn to talk to each other, not at each other, and are willing to debate all the issues of our time. Go back to the Nehru and Vajpayee years and look at how these were truly parliamentarians ready to debate every issue. Thank you all very much for joining me on my top talking point tonight. Let's turn from there to the battle for Karnataka, because the Congress seems to have got battle ready rather early for next month's Karnataka election. Today they released a second list of 42 candidates, making it a total of 175 candidates, including some who've jumped ship from the BJP and the JDS. Clearly the Congress is hoping that this election could be the big one for them. A short while ago I spoke to DK Shivkumar, the Congress's Karnataka president. He tells me that the Congress will win 141 seats and he could be chief minister. Listen in to DK. welcome to Karnataka Gladiators. Remember, the next big battle of 2023 has begun in the state of Karnataka. Who will win the battle for Karnataka? Who will be the next Chief Minister? Joining me now is someone who perhaps aspires for that post, the Congress Karnataka President D.K. Shivkumar. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Shivkumar. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaskaram.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Is this, do you agree, a do or die battle for the Congress?
Definitely, it is an do or die battle. The people of this country are looking at us. We are on a positive note. Karnataka people are more vibrant, educative and progressive. They want to save this country with Congress party coming to power in Karnataka.
You're saying they want to save this country with the Congress party coming to power in Karnataka, but the question is, does the Congress have it in it to defeat the BJP juggernaut? Because as I said, since the last 5 years, in most direct fights, it has always been the BJP that has won, except for Himachal.
Karnataka is a very peculiar state where the opposition party was in the center. They had a different look. Even when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, Ramakrishna Hegde was being given an opportunity. When Rajdeep Sardesai was there, Devaraj Rosu was being given an opportunity. Like that, when Vajpayee was there, Krishna was being given an opportunity. Like that, it is the position of the opposition party. They are very progressive. They want a change. They feel that double engines can't work, and now it is the time.
You're saying double engines can't work. This election becomes significant for a couple of reasons. One of that is that it is taking place now against the backdrop of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification as an MP. Rahul Gandhi is going to kickstart, in a way, your campaign through Kolar next week. So, is this election about Rahul Gandhi, or is it about local factors, especially caste equations? At the end of the day, Karnataka is peculiar because of your caste equation. So, is it caste or is it Rahul Gandhi?
No, Karnataka election goes on local development. Rahul Gandhi factor also, a big sympathy wave is being created across the country on the way he has been treated, the way he has been disqualified, the verdict which has come against him. I don't want to speak on the law or the court, but still the people of country feel that the sacrifice of Gandhi family, no one can't match that.
No, you're saying sympathy wave, but it's very interesting because I have been told that the Karnataka Congress has been told, let's not make this about Rahul Gandhi versus Narendra Modi. Let's not refer to Rahul Gandhi. Let's focus on local factors. Here you're telling me there's a sympathy wave, but we are told that your party people have been told in Karnataka, let's not make this about Rahul Gandhi or Rahul versus Narendra Modi.
This is an election purely on Karnataka and Karnataka pride. This is an election on Karnataka pride. Because Karnataka is being honored with the best governed state. Here Karnataka now with the BJP has become the most corrupt capital of this country. People are looking at none of the world leaders. You remember Atal Bihari Vajpayee once came to Karnataka when Krishna was the chief minister. He said that world leaders are coming to Bangalore, then coming to Delhi. 4 or 5 prime ministers, presidents of various countries flew to Karnataka before coming to Delhi. That was the type of administration and governance was going on in Karnataka. Now the situation is not that. It has become, the corruption has become to the peak.
Now I'll come to the corruption, but it's interesting you're saying that foreign investment which used to come during Mr. Krishna's time doesn't come now. Karnataka, and I interviewed Mr. Bommai, the chief minister, a few months ago. He said, we are the highest in FDI in the last 2 years. How can you say that investment is not coming into Karnataka? Karnataka is progressing, and he rattled out statistics of FDI.
See, you know that many of them are moving towards Tamil Nadu, Telangana and other parts. It is not Karnataka. Yes, they had more than 10 lakh crores of MOU, but nothing has been implemented. Shivamogga is there, the former chief minister's home place. Mangalore is there, Udupi is there. Has there one small agreement taken place? Any small investor has come to this place? It is a people, it is their land, with knowledge capital, lot of engineering colleges, lot of medical colleges, lot of human resources, but still none of them are going to those places to invest even a single rupee.
Sir, the numbers show that they have high FDI investment. That you can't deny. You're focusing instead on the alleged corruption. You're saying, I've seen your campaigns suggesting that this is a 40% commission government. However, the fact is, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, when you all were in power, when Mr. Siddaramaiah was in power between 2013 and 18, Congress government, you all were accused of being the 10% commission government.
See, okay, Mr. Prime Minister accused us of a 10%. He had an opportunity, his government had an opportunity. Why did they not probe us? They would have probed us. They did not allow. Did not do anything. They could not find out anything. But we, Lokayukta themselves have said that what has been done. He was asking for an, give us then source what you are trying to tell. But I think Congress party, we came out with lot of allegations which was being done by the Contractor Association President, one Mr. Kempanna, who has 2.5 lakh official contractors. He himself wrote to the Prime Minister. Even your own media people came out with the story on this issue. Why Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister did not speak on that? This is a major issue in the state. Every wall you touch, every office you touch, every bureaucrat you touch, every common man you touch, they are speaking corruption, corruption, corruption.
There will be those who are listening to you, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, saying, who is the Congress to speak on corruption? Who is D.K. Shivkumar to speak on corruption? Enforcement Directorate allegations have led to your arrest, to your jailing. How can you speak on corruption vis-a-vis Mr. Bomai and the BJP government?
There is no single charge on me. There was no any investigation agency or no any commission on me. It is a political angle. At the time of Ahmad Patel election, they asked me to leave the MLAs. They were in my custody. They just brought a lot of people. Only 35 or 40 lakhs was being found in my house. They have just framed me under the PML Act. It is a political act. It is a political move. They moved.
The case has not been closed. You have not been acquitted.
Maybe, but they are trying to finish all the opposition leaders of this country. Not even a single BJP. Only they are just trying to tarnish, close our mouth. Let us see, the law will give us justice. We believe in the law. Injustice will not be flown from the seat of justice.
It is said that you are the most cash-rich politician today in Karnataka.
I think let anyone call it is my property, it is my ancestor property, it is by birth I am an agriculturist, by profession I am a businessman, by choice I am an educationist, by passion I am a politician. Should I not do business? I am from a place of a Bangalore where Kempegowda, we all are from Bangaloreans. Our lands have become more rich now, as in Gurgaon and other parts of our own Bangalore. That is the strength what I have.
Is it true, because this is part of Karnataka folklore now, that in 2020, when the Kumaraswamy government that you were supporting was about to fall, the BJP made you an offer to join them as Deputy Chief Minister and you would not go to jail. Is that true, or is that simply being used by you to build your own image?
See, why I should use my own image? Many BJP leaders know about it. I don't want to name them. Many bureaucrats were a part of the format discussion. I don't want to discuss much because I don't want them to come on the screen or their names to be excluded. Everyone knows that they were behind my blood and did not agree, chose to go to the jail.
No, it was a direct offer to you. Become Deputy Chief Minister or go to jail.
I am telling there is no hidden secret in it. No hidden secret in it.
And you say that you chose to go to jail instead of becoming Deputy Chief Minister in the BJP government.
Yes.
I'll come back to some of these issues in a moment, but while you claim that the Congress has the momentum in Karnataka, the belief is Congress also knows how to score self-goals. And one self-goal which is being talked about is Shiv Kumar versus Siddaramaiah. Kaun banega Mukhyamantri? That the battle, that's why even each seat, the battle is going on for candidates in every seat, because both you and Mr. Siddaramaiah want your candidates to be given tickets.
I don't want any of my candidate. Siddaramaiah also doesn't want any of his candidate. We want Congress candidate, winnable candidate. That is our agenda.
So all the candidates you've chosen have been on winnability, not on which camp they belong to, Siddaramaiah, MB Patil, Shiv Kumar camps.
See, we believe on winnability, we believe on social justice. All sections should be provided. That is our logic. Whatever 175 we have released as on now, his entire party is united on that.
Is it true that caste is the critical factor? Because let's look at the caste. In the build-up to these elections, the Bombay government has just withdrawn 4% reservations to Muslims, given 2% of it to Vokaligas, 2% of it is to Lingayats. They've given reservations ahead of the elections to SCs and STs. And the Bombay camp is saying that this reservation politics will transform Karnataka's politics. They have the advantage now in terms of the caste arithmetic.
They have bungled themselves. This will not work. Before they could not bring any amendment in the ninth schedule or anything. This will not work. They have bungled themselves. What we have earlier, there was a big problem. I think they could not satisfy any of the section. Taking out 4%, Vakaligas was asking for 15-16%, Lingayats was asking for 16%. They asked for a 2A, that has not been done. Ultimately, the minorities have gone to the general group. I think all sections they have lost now. All sections. Even the scheduled caste, I am telling you, they could have brought it to the parliament and made an amendment. Why did not bring to the parliament? The minister of the state government, coming from Karnataka, himself has replied that there is no such proposals. They are just trying to fool the people of Karnataka, especially the scheduled caste, the backward class, forget minorities. On other section also, nothing will help them. I think that will be a very big factor which they will going to lose.
You answered my question on Mr. Siddaramaiah saying that you all are only going by winnability. However, the question remains, kaun banega Mukhyamantri? Are you in the race? Mr. Siddaramaiah has told us very clearly that he is very much in the race. The MLAs will decide who becomes the next chief minister.
See, all politicians should aspire. We believe that, yes, we should also. For me, my priority is not myself. My priority is bringing the Congress party to power. Then my party high command will decide on its own political process.
So you are in the race?
See, definitely when opportunity comes, see, we are politicians, no? We are human beings. First, our party, as we love our country first, our state first, then our party. First, our party is important, then me becoming the chief minister.
But who decides? The high command decides or the elected legislators will decide? Because it's interesting. Mallikarjun Kharge, Congress president, is from Karnataka. D.K. Shivkumar, Siddaramaiah, some even suggest that Mr. Parmeshwaran could, would want to become chief minister. It seems that Karnataka is not short of chief minister candidates when it comes to your party.
See, Congress party has very big senior leaders. There are so many leaders. Mr. Kharge is the president from Karnataka. He knows the length and depth. He has 50 years of political experience. There is a political process in it. I can't dictate what the process is. First, we should get our MLA selected. Then there will be election among ourselves, or they will be asking the opinion. Then the party will take a call on it.
But we've already seen, for example, even on seats, as you mentioned, Mr. Siddaramaiah was insisting on 2 seats, that he wanted to contest from Varuna and from Kolar. And that in itself becomes a battle within a battle. What is the signal, therefore, that you all are sending out? That you all are all fighting turf battles in Karnataka?
No, he has been requested by some of his friends and legislators that he should fight Kolar and this one. The party Varuna. The party has taken a call that it has been given on his recommendation, on his acceptance, it has given Varuna. Then there is a big demand that Kolar also he should fight. Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is there. He will take a political call on it.
What's your view?
My view is that whatever the high command takes, I will advise. I agree with it.
You are being extremely diplomatic.
No,
Every time you say this, you are very diplomatic. High command will decide.
No,
I thought, your own high command.
No, I am a high command for Karnataka, but we are a national party. We believe in our national politics.
The BJP says that they will corner the Lingayat vote. The BJP also believes that in coastal Karnataka, the Hindutva factor will play. The BJP also believes somewhere that the JDS will ensure that old Mysore goes the way of the JDS. Therefore, the Congress will once again get squeezed out. Karnataka could once again throw a hung assembly. Is that a real possibility?
No, they are in a daydream, I am seeing. They have lost Lingayats. Lingayats will no more be what they were.
Mr. Yediyurappa is back in the campaign.
No, you see his tears are still rolling on the streets of Karnataka. The pain he has got, this community is looking at how they have tortured him. Mr. Bommai can't become a leader because he has not won on his mandate. It is Yediyurappa who got the mandate of 104 seats. So I think there will be a lot of difference in that. As for the coastal belt, they have suffered a lot. People feel that with this type of polarization, their stomachs can't be filled. And they are not happy. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they have to shut their shops. There is no economic development. No one is going for investment. And in Wakalika belt also, they feel that nothing, they can't change anything. BJP can't raise there.
Yes, so you think Hindutva consolidation can't work in Karnataka?
Now it is impossible now.
But however...
They tried because they could not give development. They tried on the Hindutva flag. Now development, job creation, price rise, corruption has become the focus of Karnataka election.
Because one X factor is JDS. The JDS has consistently won about 18% of the vote. Last time they eventually held the balance of power. You supported Mr. Kumaraswamy. Are you willing to support Mr. Kumaraswamy again if the JDS, if there is a hung assembly?
The situation will not arise. I am very confident the Congress party will reach 140.
140 is your target?
140, and we don't need any political party for our support.
So you are telling me that you will not take the support of the JDS, you will not need the JDS's support, but if a situation arises, because the more the JDS does well, the more difficult it becomes for you to get that 140 figure.
See, whatever the number JDS has, it may have 20, 25, 30, whatever may have. Congress party will be in a comfortable position to form a government on its own with more numbers.
But will you choose to go with Mr. Kumaraswamy and Deve Gowda in any situation in Karnataka?
It will not happen. Such situation will not rise. It will not be. See, there was a situation, we had given them an opportunity. He could not deliver himself. He could not consolidate himself. Now the people have decided to give a government to a party, which is a national party, which has a history and which can think on development and safeguarding their interest.
Is there a Modi factor?
I don't want...
Just as you say that this is a local election, they will say this is a Modi election.
See, Modi can't run Karnataka government. We have respect for the chair. It is a local, we are Kannadigas, we are the local people, which we have to deliver a good governance, and BJP has failed in it. Delhi people could not protect them, could not take care of them. Ultimately, they have lost the game.
In conclusion, therefore, Mr. Shivkumar, while you are sounding very positive about this election, as I started, is this also make or break for you as I started by saying do or die for the Congress, but in a way make or break for you. You've been in politics for what, 35 years? 85 was the first time you contested an election.
Yes.
So you've been in politics for more than 3 decades. For you now, as Karnataka Congress President, is this also make or break? This is your one chance to try and become the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
No, I will not break, I will make it.
You won't break it?
I will make it.
You will make it?
I will make Karnataka a Congress government in Karnataka.
And you will be the CM, or Mr. Siddaramaiah, who is seen by many as the most popular leader, he's got the right caste combination, he will be the CM.
See, I want my party to take a call on it. I want my legislature to take a call on it. We have aspiration, we all are human beings, why not? I am senior to everyone. You said 85. I am 35 years continuously elected to the assembly with all authority. I am a seniority.
One final question to you. You are a multitasker. I have seen you at work. You seem to have lots of fingers in lots of pies. And I'm told you sleep for only 3 or 4 hours. Now that we are in election season, how many hours do you get to sleep?
I agree with you, but we have to achieve. A lot of responsibilities there. We have to deliver. Only hard work will pay. I believe in hard work. And I think with that hard work, we have come to this position. Okay, I have the camera there. You tell looking into the camera, give me your final number for Karnataka, because I will hold you to this number on the 13th of May. My number, Karnataka, on 13th, 141 will be the number.
141 will be the number. So effectively, you're virtually close to a 2/3 majority is what you are claiming, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar. Almost a repeat of what your Sambandhi, S.M. Krishna, achieved in 1999. So you are looking at
he achieved about nearly 130, 130.
So you're going to cross what S.M. Krishna did.
We will cross what S.M. Krishna did.
Okay.
I believe in it.
Okay, we'll wait and see. As I said, this is a possible do or die or a make or break election. But D.K. Shivkumar, all eyes will be on you and what you do next. Thank you so much for joining me here on this special. Karnataka Gladiators with D.K. Shivkumar. Well, let's take a break at this point. When we return, we're going to bring you our good news story, the inspirational story of 94-year-old Bhagwani Devi. You're watching the news today. News without the noise.
Women in Uttar Pradesh are shining bright, and how? In the state of UP, nearly 50% of the startups are headed by women, smashing all patriarchal stereotypes. Out of 8,714 registered startups in the state, over 4,300 are run by women entrepreneurs. Anushka Srivastava founded Animist Earth, which deals with eco-friendly handicrafts and traditional products. This has been her dream, which she says she's finally conquered.
हॉबी को आप पैशन को कैसे आप मनी में कन्वर्ट करोगे, तो वो उस लिए मैंने एक ई-कॉमर्स वेबसाइट शुरू करी है जहाँ पर बेसिकली ज़्यादातर विमेंस एंड हाउसवाइफ्स और आर्टिजन्स हैं, ठीक है, जिनको हम लोग प्रोडक्ट जो लोग बनाते हैं उनके प्रोडक्ट की हम लोग अपनी वेबसाइट पे लिस्टिंग करवाते हैं.
In the outskirts of Lucknow, Vandana Singh's business of eco-friendly incense sticks is thriving. She's now running a successful business both offline and online.
इससे जो हम लोगों का लाभ हो रहा है, इससे करीब 7 महिलाएं यहाँ पर रोजगार कर रही हैं. मुझे भी, मेरी भी आर्थिक स्थिति पहले से बहुत अच्छी हुई है. जो सबसे अहम चीज़ है वो ये है कि ना तो लोन लेने में किसी तरह की दिक्कत हुई और ना बैंक से ही हमें किसी तरह से परेशान किया गया.
The state IT department also provides an extra 50% financial assistance to women entrepreneurs, which has been a big boost to their businesses.
फाइनेंसिंग के जो ऑप्शंस हैं, चाहे अगर हम बैंकिंग की बात करें या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की भी बात करें, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने अपने बजट में भी अनाउंस किया था 1000 करोड़ रुपए का स्टार्टअप फंड बनाने के लिए. तो योगी सरकार तमाम सारी चीज़ों में महिलाओं को और भी प्राथमिकता दे रही है. तो मुझे लगता है कि तो जो वो उस स्टार्टअप फंड जो उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार बना रही है उसको भी महिलाएं अवेल कर सकती हैं.
There are countless stories like that of Anushka and Vandana in UP. Inspirational women who are now steering the wheel of change. With Shilpa Sen in Lucknow, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, just about enough time to give you our good news today story. It's a wonderful story. The story of the unstoppable Bhagwani Devi. She's bagged 3 gold medals at the 9th World Masters Athlete Indoor Championship in Poland. And guess what? She's 95 years old. A shining example of how age is no barrier. It's our good news today story. You stay well, stay safe. Good night, Shubhratri. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
It is never too late to start something new. This line fits perfectly for Bhagwani Devi Dagar from Delhi's Najafgarh. She started her journey in athletics at the age of 94, and now at 95, this Dhakar Dadi has shattered one record after another.
तो 100 मीटर इन्होंने 24.74 सेकंड के टाइम के साथ जीती थी गोल्ड मेडल। वो एक नेशनल रिकॉर्ड भी था, एशियन रिकॉर्ड भी था और वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप का रिकॉर्ड भी था।
Bhagwani Devi has won 3 gold medals in the 9th World Masters Athlete Indoors Championship 2023 held in Poland. Meet her grandson and her coach, Vikas Dagar. He was the one who discovered his dadi could run and how.
की उम्र 94 वर्ष की थी तब इनको जब वो शॉर्टपुट वाला हमारे घर में इंसिडेंट हुआ था, जब मैंने इनके हाथ में शॉर्टपुट दिया था, तो अगले दिन सुबह मॉर्निंग में 5 बजे जब ये उठ के आई और जब वो शॉर्टपुट दोबारा से मांगा, तब मेरे को कहीं लगा था कि हाँ कुछ मन में है इनके। फिर मैं इनको ग्राउंड में लेके गया, शॉर्टपुट करवाया इनको, तो 4-5 थ्रो इन्होंने किए, तो डेथ थ्रो जब मैंने वो डिफरेंस मेजर किया तो वो लगभग नेशनल रिकॉर्ड के बराबर ही थे।
Let's get to the question you are all wondering about. What is Bhagwani Devi's fitness secret?
दादी इतनी ताकत कैसे लेके आती हो शरीर में? क्या खाती हो, क्या करती हो?
ये खाते हैं, दूध पीते हैं।
This is just the beginning. Bhagwani Devi will now compete in the upcoming Asian Masters Athletic Championship in the Philippines.
आने वाली चैंपियनशिप के लिए जहाँ तक की बात है, नवंबर के महीने में एशियन मास्टर्स एथलेटिक्स चैंपियनशिप है जो कि फिलीपींस में होनी है। उसके लिए तैयारी करेंगे। 8 से 12 नवंबर को है वो वहाँ फिलीपींस में। अगर सेहत ने साथ दिया और सब कुछ ठीक रहा तो एशियन मास्टर्स एथलेटिक्स चैंपियनशिप अगला टारगेट है।
अब आगे क्या करना है दादी? बस इतना मेडल हो गया बहुत है या और लेके आओगी?
ये होंगे इतना खेल लूंगी।
और खेलोगी?
खेल लूंगी।
This Dhakar Dadi's journey is a true source of inspiration. Bureau Report, India Today.
The lowdown of the most frequently asked questions around your health during summer months. Here are our experts answering all your queries. So we begin by asking our experts on what to do when there are allergies and skin rashes during summers.
Most important would be to go and consult your dermatologist because this is not something you can treat on your own. However, what is the basic step and why does it happen? So heat rash happens because of the trapping of the sweat gland or sweat duct, and there is sweat under the skin. So you see it can be of varied types. It can be red color or it can be crystal-like or it can be pustular. So these are the various types of heat rash which can be seen depending upon the level of the sweat duct which is involved. So most important steps which we can do during summers is to wear loose clothing. Don't wear very tight clothing because that can cause friction as well as it can lead to mechanical damage because of rubbing, and so the skin barrier could be disrupted. So make sure that your barrier is intact, and you can use moisturizer which will act like a lubricating agent, so it will protect your skin.
Tell us about heat burns and how to avoid them.
You have to use something to negate the effects of your direct exposure to sun, like hat you can use goggles so that eye irritation will not happen. You can cover your arms and your body parts with a soft cotton clothes so that you will not get sunburns.
Why do I keep getting headaches in summers? Is it a sign of dehydration?
One of the symptoms of dehydration is lightheadedness and mild headache. Of course, be very clear in your head that this is not the basic sign of dehydration. So there are a lot of headaches which happen in summers, especially those who are prone to migraine. Summers and extreme heat precipitates the headache, and therefore dehydration of course can give you lightheadedness and some headache, but other causes of headache must also be considered.